Key point 1. The science behind snacking. Picture yourself standing in your kitchen, hand deep in a bag of chips. You promise yourself just one more. But soon, the bag is empty. We've all been there. Snacking isn't simply about satisfying hunger. It combines culture, biology, and psychology. Far across the globe, the diversity of snacks, from Japanese rice crackers to spicy Mexican tamarind candies, mirrors our cultural tales and histories. Every snack has a story, and every bite is a journey. In today's fast-paced world, our eating habits often mirror our swift, unconscious, and on-the-go lifestyles. But have you ever pondered the deeper meaning behind that handful of almonds or candies? Our snacking can teach us more about ourselves than just our food preferences. When you find solace in a chocolate bar after a rough day, your brain seeks comfort, transforming calories into emotional relief. However, snacks add up to the number on the scales and empower us. Athletes lean into protein bars post-workout, while students munch on nuts during late-night study marathons. If we mindlessly give in to every urge, we overconsume. But with knowledge, we can snack smartly. Understanding the effects of food choices on our bodies allows us to align them with our goals. Our mission isn't to shun the enjoyment of food, but to eat with joy, purpose, and mindfulness. Remember, you can easily overeat without realizing it, but you can also effortlessly eat less without missing out. So dive deep into your habits, explore how your surroundings influence your decisions, and how tiny tweaks can impact you significantly. Are you ready to transform your relationship with food? Let's embark on this flavorful adventure, savoring each bite and the stories they tell. Key point 2. What is a mindless margin? Margin is a crucial aspect of dieting and eating habits that often escapes our attention. It's the fine line between consuming too much and just enough. On any given day, we might consume an extra handful of chips or a splash of more dressing on our salad. These actions may seem insignificant, but they have a cumulative effect over time. Consider an experiment where individuals ate soup from bowls that were discreetly refilled. Those using these bottomless bowls ate more than those with standard ones without even noticing. It's a vivid reminder that external cues often influence us more than hunger. Small changes today can transform tomorrow. The power of habit extends beyond the kitchen or dining table. Sometimes we all have guilty pleasures or cravings. But what if having a Coke before dinner or drinking 3 cups of coffee with a chocolate bar becomes routine? The effect of such seemingly minor snacks becomes visible in a few months or a year. For instance, Brian Wansink states that a 270-calorie candy bar daily results in a 27-pound weight gain annually. Thus, introducing subtle reductions in our daily food intake can effortlessly and unconsciously sway the balance toward healthier consumption patterns. The best way to avoid indulging in sweets is not to buy them. Our relationship with food extends beyond the main entree. Often, the most nutritious elements in our meals play supporting roles. For example, parsley, usually dismissed as a mere garnish, is loaded with essential vitamins. Thus, replacing 20% of your main course with vegetables and fruits will slowly but substantially change your body. The best diet is the one you don't know you're on. Brian Wansink, Ph.D. Moreover, cultural practices significantly influence our eating patterns. While many continue eating after they're full, the Okinawans, the indigenous people of Okinawa Island in Japan, stop eating when they're no longer hungry. This little habit creates a meaningful caloric difference and can bring about considerable transformation. Finally, our visual perception plays a pivotal role in our consumption habits. For instance, when we visually account for what we consume, like counting empty bottles after drinking, it can deter overindulgence. Similarly, pre-plating food can help manage portions better, as people generally consume less when they serve all they intend to eat at once, rather than returning for multiple servings. Key point 3. Beyond the plate. Every day, silent forces influence food choices. Our eating habits stem from more than hunger or personal preferences. For instance, the environment where we eat, or the tablescape, affects our perception of a meal, how much we consume, and our overall satisfaction. Wansink's research has shown that the size of our plates can significantly influence our consumption. People who use larger containers often serve themselves more food. At this point, Costco king-sized goods are no longer beneficial. Large servings force a person to put aside or throw away the rest. Consequently, many choose another alternative. They push themselves to finish the dish. Luckily, we can change the situation when we know all the cues affecting us. A complete small bowl can offer more satisfaction than a half-filled larger one. Likewise, the color contrast between our food and the plate it's on can change our perception of portion sizes. Imagine a creamy pasta on a white plate versus the same portion on a red one. The pasta appears more substantial on the red dish due to the color contrast, leading to fewer servings. Furthermore, the layout of food in settings like buffets impacts our choices. We're more likely to take food placed at the beginning of the line than those at the end. If healthier options are at the start, it subtly nudges us toward better food decisions. You are what your environment feeds you. Even lighting and music in a dining environment can influence our eating pace. A softer ambiance can help us savor each bite, while a brighter, livelier setting has the opposite effect. The design of grocery stores also manipulates us. Essential items are often placed at the back, leading us through aisles of temptation. Notice those candies and magazines near the checkout? They're strategically placed for impulse buys. Awareness empowers independent thinking. Sensory cues also play a role. The aroma of fresh bread from a bakery, sizzling fries, or the vibrant colors of a fruit stand can make us gravitate toward confident choices. By understanding and being mindful of these subtle yet powerful cues, we can create a tablescape that enhances our dining experience and shop without fear of excess purchases. Key point 4. Eating on autopilot. In our hectic modern world, moving through life on autopilot is common, especially while eating. This automatic behavior often stems from deeply ingrained habits called mindless eating scripts. A helpful tactic is to stop eating when your plate is empty, not when your body says enough. Our actions often echo past habits, not present needs. Similarly, many of us eat meals at set times, dictated more by the clock than genuine hunger. Have you noticed how social situations push us to eat more? When surrounded by company, the joy of sharing a meal can unintentionally cause us to consume more than intended. Fortunately, recognizing and identifying these scripts can help us shift our behaviors. Consider these tips to create healthier eating habits. Prioritize your body's needs over a schedule. Check in with your body before eating. Be aware of your meal portions when eating in a social context. Avoid distractions when eating. The more absent you are, the more likely you will overeat. For example, people tend to eat large portions of popcorn in the cinema. Very few would eat the same amount while sitting on a bench in the park or dining alone in their kitchen. If you tend to eat quickly, consider starting your meal after others. This tactic can stop you from overeating while waiting for slower eaters to finish. Use a separate bowl for snacks when distracting yourself with a conversation, movie, or book. If you eat from a bag, you may eat it whole. Beyond these scripts lies another fascinating layer to our eating habits: the power of naming. Wansink's study showed that diners eating a dish named traditional Cajun red beans with rice reported a more decadent taste experience and were willing to pay more than the same meal called red beans with rice. The way we label and describe food can profoundly influence our perception and even our enjoyment of it. So take a moment to reflect next time you're about to make a food choice. Are you acting on a script or making a conscious choice? The power to rewrite your narrative is in your hands. Key point 5. Emotional ties and dietary choices. We've all had those moments of weakness where nothing but a bowl of mac and cheese or a scoop of ice cream can lift our spirits. It isn't only about physical hunger, but also emotions and memories. When we're down, we often gravitate toward foods that bring comfort, a phenomenon amplified by specific triggers. For instance, during an intriguing experiment, participants who watched sad movie scenes indulged in extra servings of popcorn or chocolates, compared to those who viewed happier clips. Most people sometimes fall prey to emotional eating. We counterbalance negative feelings with foods offering instant gratification. But our choices in comfort foods are diverse and often rooted in our upbringing. Many foods we love aren't just about flavors, they're about memories. Awareness of this emotional tie can empower us. For example, when an event pushes us to overeat or indulge in a whole tub of ice cream, we may go for a walk or chat with a friend. A balanced approach to dieting permits occasional treats with comfort foods rather than strict avoidance. For instance, keeping these foods in smaller portions is useful. Enjoy your favorite chocolate bar, but only eat half or share it with someone you love. Some people incorporate healthier options into their comfort foods, like adding nutritious ingredients to a favorite snack. Switching to a zero-sugar soda is a good choice, which reduces sugar intake. Remember, the aim is to balance indulgence and mindfulness, not deprive yourself of gastronomic pleasures. Moreover, you can always introduce new memories and build emotional ties by becoming a nutritional gatekeeper. Such a person, it can be your mom, partner, or grandparent, is the menu director of the household. They influence about 72% of what we consume, and their choices, from ingredients to cooking methods, mold our dietary habits. A study highlighted that children's fruit consumption soared when school cafeterias placed fruit at eye level. Similarly, giving vegetables catchy names upped their popularity. Every food choice is an opportunity to inspire healthy habits. Gatekeepers are more than decision makers. They're pioneers of change. They wield the power to set new norms and shift paradigms toward healthier eating with every choice. Anyone can wear the gatekeeper's hat. You influence your habits and those around you by occasionally stepping up. Key point 6. Fast food, a modern necessity or a silent killer. In the hustle and bustle of life, the temptation of fast food is ever present. Its speed, ease, and accessibility have made it a staple for many. Behind this are our cravings and a complex web of marketing strategies. Fast food chains know precisely how to pull at our strings with tempting ads of delicious burgers. Companies like Taco Bell, Subway, and McDonald's are thriving because few people realize the outcomes of such diets. Furthermore, companies know how to sell more by pushing the freebie button. They offer more at a lesser price, or a second serving at a 50% discount, and we rise to the gastronomic challenge. On the other hand, jumping into the waters of healthy diets can be dangerous if you don't know its ABCs. Many get misled by the organic, low-fat, or other healthy labels on a package. People buy low-fat ice cream or chocolate thinking it must have fewer calories, but it doesn't. As a result, they consume more calories than if they ate a regular full-fat treat. It's not about how much we crave, but how much is presented. Unfortunately, accessibility and fast food overindulgence have led to rising health concerns. Overeating becomes easy, especially when unaware of the caloric intake. Rather than labeling fast food as the villain, we should realize the significance of balance. It's about pairing choices wisely. A burger with a salad rather than fries. This way, we adapt to a healthier alternative, not prohibit the unhealthy one. No one goes to bed skinny and wakes up fat. Most people gain or lose weight, so gradually, they can't really figure out how it happened. Brian Wansink. The world around us teems with cues, pushing us toward excess with its narratives and bright labels. Yet, we can navigate toward healthier habits with mindfulness and simple modifications. After all, it's not just about the food, but how we engage with it. Did you know? According to an Eat Palette article from August 2023, 50 million Americans consume fast food daily. Moreover, as of 2022, there were 197,163 fast food businesses in the U.S., with an average increase of 0.6% per year over the 5 years between 2017 to 2022. Conclusion. Food is a significant aspect of human lives. It is as universal as it is unique. Different cultures have special dishes, each with its table manners or etiquette. Although we all differ in our tastes and preferences, we share one thing. We all sometimes adhere to external cues rather than our bodies. In childhood, we wanted toys pictured in a movie or TV ads. The same tricks work on us even when we're adults. For example, many people bring popcorn to the cinema over other snacks. Why? People rarely doubt its necessity because it has been a social norm for so long. Social dynamics play an equally vital role. Conformity and the shared experience of indulgence can lead us to consume foods we might otherwise avoid. Similarly, in some cultures, refusing a second helping might be considered impolite, pushing us to eat more than we intended. Our eating habits are a collection of influences, ranging from external stimuli to internal emotional states. Recognizing and understanding these factors can empower us to make informed, intentional choices. Try this. Buy smaller plates and bowls and use them instead of the bigger ones you're used to. Keep healthier food options at eye level. For instance, place a bowl of fruits and nuts on the kitchen counter. Check your emotions before reaching for comfort foods. Consider alternative coping methods. And be attentive to store layouts when shopping, making conscious choices rather than impulsive grabs. Whenever you feel the urge to buy a chocolate bar or a soda, ask yourself if you need it.